Hey guys, are you having trouble deciding which CPU to buy? Well, today we're going to help you decide. We're going to be comparing the AMD FX-4350 versus the AMD FX-8350 when it comes to gaming. Hey guys, and welcome back for another episode of Signal Zero Tech Review. I want to thank you for coming back and joining us here after our hopefully wonderful holiday season. I know I had a good one. Now, I'm AlphaWolf, and today we are going to be helping you decide which CPU is right for you. Now, the only major difference between these two processors is the core count. The 4350 is a quad-core processor with a base clock of 4.2 gigahertz and a turbo clock of 4.3 gigahertz. It features an 8 megabyte L3 cache, and the FX-8350 features, well, you guessed it, 8 cores with a base clock of 4 gigahertz and a turbo clock of 4.2 gigahertz. So does this make a difference when it comes to gaming? Let's find out. So first, we're going to install the AMD FX-4350 into our test bench right here. To find out more about our test bench, you can check the review out on the Corsair H100i, where we go over what it's made of. Check that video out right here. Let's go ahead and get this thing installed and run some benchmarks on it. Hey guys, so as you can see, the results from the 4350 are not too shabby, pretty impressive actually. Now let's go ahead and get the 8350 installed and let's see what those results produce. So in terms of overall gaming performance, the AMD FX-8350 is massively better than the 4350 when it comes to running the latest games. This also means it will be less likely to bottleneck more powerful GPUs, allowing them to achieve more of their gaming performance potential. Now, both CPUs exhibit very powerful performance, so it probably isn't worth upgrading from one to the other, as both are capable of running even the most demanding games at the highest settings, assuming they are accompanied by equivalently powerful GPUs. Now, the FX-8350 has 4 more cores than the 4350. 8 cores is probably excessive if you mean to just run the latest games, as games are not yet capable to harness this many cores. The cores in the 4350 are more than enough for gaming purposes. However, if you intend on running a server with the 8350, it would seem to be a decent choice. The FX-4350 and the FX-8350 are from the same family of CPUs, and thus their clock speeds are directly comparable. With this in mind, it is safe to say that the 0.2 gigahertz faster base clock rate that the 4350 manages to produce, it gives you slightly better performance than the 8350. What is more, the FX-4350 also manages to make 0.1 gigahertz higher frequency when being stressed by CPU-intensive applications. Now, the 8350 has a 4096 kilobyte bigger L2 cache than the 4350, and the two CPUs have the same L3 cache size. So the 8350 wins out in this area with its much larger L2 cache. Both the FX-4350 and the 8350 have the same TDP of 125 watts and were created with the same manufacturing size of 32 nm, which means that they will affect your yearly electricity bill about equally. So, with the price point of the 4350 being only $112, perfect for a budget, and the price point of the 8350 being $158, just a little bit more expensive. We would recommend, though, with the specs between the two, if you're building a brand new setup, to go with the 8350. It's just slightly more expensive. But if you are having to make a build on a budget, go with the 4350. It can perform to your specifications on any of the games that we've tested it on. So unfortunately, that's all the time that we have for this episode of Signal Zero Tech Review. Don't forget, though, to check out our gaming side, clicking on a video here or here, and click the subscribe button right here. Give us a like. Give us any feedback that you might have, too, in the comment section. All right? We'll see you next time. Thank you.